Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so very much for tuning in. We have so much to talk about. And this is going to be an amazing live stream. To my super chat, thank you so very much. You give me every incentive to rock these live streams and interact with just my wonderful viewers. I have the best live chat. I really do. In terms of my live chat, it's just the best live chat on YouTube, and I appreciate it. I appreciate your support, and it's just fun. I mean, it's great speaking to everybody. It's awesome, especially since everything that you and I have been saying for 2+ years. Whenever I say, ladies and gentlemen, whenever I tell you, oh, I said this, I said that, I know very well most people are watching and thinking the same things I am. Our voice is being vindicated every single day. Our voice is being vindicated every single day. And there were people who thought that the Mueller probe would last forever. Exactly. There is so much winning. It's you know. It's interesting how what they do is, for 2 years they said Trump is going to leave office in disgrace because he colluded with Russia, and they don't have any evidence. They don't even have any semblance of criminal activity, but they kept on repeating the same thing every single day. They kept on repeating the same thing all the time. What about Roger Stone? Oh, now that was recent. Michael Flynn, George Papadopoulos, Paul Manafort. They kept talking about these people. They kept saying, it's any moment now we'll find the missing link to Trump. Manafort will say that Trump purchased the ostrich skin jacket at the same location where Russian hackers were buying their silk socks, whatever. And then Trump, that was the location that Trump actually paid Russian hackers to hack the DNC through, at the behest of Putin, to inform the country that Bernie Sanders was cheated. And it was all from Manafort's. You see where it's going now? We found to connect the dots. What? But money went into the Clinton Foundation from Uranium One, from the Russian government, and then they got 20% of U.S. uranium capacity, and then Bill Clinton met with Putin at his home while it was going down. Debunked. You will not connect any dots there. How dare you? How dare you? You believe in very dangerous things. But that's pretty, you can connect those dots right there. There's no evidence at all. There's no evidence. There's not a signed note from Clinton that said, give me millions of dollars and I will ensure that we give 20% of U.S. uranium capacity to Russia. There's no evidence at all. You are a simpleton. But what about the ostrich feather jacket? That's what you got him on. Yeah, and Papadopoulos spoke to Alexander Dumbo Downer. Eric H526. Keep up the amazing work, HA. We love you. Thank you. And I love all of you. Thank you. By the way, press 1 if you love Bruce Lee the way I do. Press 1 if you love Bruce Lee the way I do. Press 1. Is this mic on? Is this mic working? Yes. Yes. That's right. So, ladies and gentlemen, yeah. I had to put, isn't that an awesome Bruce Lee poster? That's awesome. So this is interesting, ladies and gentlemen. They spent 2 years. This is the missing link. If we just flip and sing, they're going to flip and sing. And then you'd have all these wonderful people, pundits on YouTube on the left. This is really Trump's ties, Trump's contacts. They use the most benign, broad, ambiguous, vague terms. If you are on the left and you're in the media and you were pumping Trump Russia while everyone else was getting pumped with Trump Russia, you were talking about contacts and ties and suspicious behavior, and you were using words that were vague and ambiguous and broad and benign, yet eliciting suspicion, ties, contacts. You mean he had contacts? He had contacts. No. You mean like when Tony Podesta was lobbying on behalf of Uranium One as yellow cake uranium was shipped out of the country because of a bribery and racketeering scandal that actually was Putin was directly involved in that? No! Not that. Not that horrible talk. No. How dare you bring that up? Do you have any proof at all? Well, but there was a money flow, and yellow cake uranium was shipped out of the country, according to the New York Times. And President Obama could have vetoed the bill, the sale, but he didn't. You don't have any proof at all. You're trying to connect dots that shouldn't be connected. What really counts is Manafort. Stephanie Parker, sending love and good wishes. Thank you, Stephanie. Stephanie Parker, thank you. I hope you have a wonderful day, Stephanie. Thank you so very much. And thank you for your support. Thank you, Stephanie Parker. Thank you. You better not connect any dots, because we have a Steele dossier that talks about bodily fluids descending upon the Orange Man. Now they're going after other things too. Like they totally wasted 2 years, so now they're going, he's withholding information on this, on that. Senate investigators pursue Moscow-based former Trump associate. It's done. There's no more. It's done. It's done. Okay, it's done. Okay, there's no more. Okay, just use a different country. There's no more. What's next in the Mueller probe? This is oh my God. What's next in the Mueller probe? This is MSNBC 6 hours ago. What's next is that the Mueller probe's ending, and then they're getting restless here. Still got a bad feeling about this. I trust Mueller, but I don't really trust Barr. Well, too bad. Barr's gonna actually. Stephanie Parker, thank you. Smooth Mike. HA, so Schiff says his committee will conduct its own inquiry on Trump, and he will fight to gain access to Mueller's evidence and wants it to be withheld from, and doesn't want it to be withheld. Who's going to pay for his inquiry? Smooth Mike, thank you so much, as always, for your support. Okay, this is what's going to happen. William Barr and the DOJ run the show. We learned that when Rosenstein was like, I don't do the redacting, sir. So the DOJ runs the show. The House, the Senate has more power than the House. And their investigations can actually mean, like when they found no evidence, when the Senate found no evidence of Trump-Russia collusion the other day, after 2 years, they were privy to more information than the House. The House really doesn't get, they try to get documents from the DOJ. They can't get anything. And William Barr has stated numerous times, and he's the DOJ, he's the Attorney General. He has his own Deputy Attorney General. Rosenstein's out. So Smooth Mike, it's game over for Democrats and Schiff. They don't have the power, even if they subpoena documents. They don't have the power to get an unredacted version or to get a version, because the protocol is the DOJ decides what to give. This is an executive branch. The executive branch, the FBI, the DOJ, they're all part of the executive branch. So this is an executive branch decision, or it's technically the executive branch investigating itself, investigating, the executive branch. So William Barr gets to actually rewrite and summarize the Mueller probe. And if any American is not indicted, Mueller's going to have to explain why. Trump will not be indicted. He did not commit any crimes. Nobody has ever been indicted or even accused of specifically colluding with Russia. Aside from, there's no evidence of, aside from a Steele dossier that was actually purchased by Hillary Clinton. So the House can, the House can the House can actually demand, ask, subpoena, and the Justice Department can say, nah, we're not going to give you. Smooth Mike, I deleted my Twitter account because Twitter is too, for me, it was too negative in my life. It was a waste of time for me. It did not help my channel grow. And there was one guy in a blog who continues to write negative articles on me for, I don't know why. And so I told him off, and then I got suspended. And so I'm like, no, I'm not having this anymore. So, and also, I had 27,000 subs for 26,800 subs for a year and a half. It literally never changed. So it was too much. There was too much negativity. It's an echo chamber of the left. There's too much negativity. When in life, ladies and gentlemen, does people just thank you, King James? Do people just walk up to you and insult you? That's what happens on Twitter all the time. It's like, thank you, Smooth Mike. Anthony D'Amato, thank you for all you do. So what's your take on the Clinton crime family? Anthony D'Amato, it's going down. Anthony, thank you so much. Yesterday there was an article in The Hill, and it's from John Solomon, who I love. I love John Solomon. And it was talking about James Baker. And he was talking about, so I have an upload. If you check out my upload talking about this, here it is. I'll give this to you. Eric H526 is amazing. He might actually find this before I do. Okay, right here. So, and the upload is FBI wanted Clinton charged under Espionage Act during email probe, according to testimony. James Baker testified, and we have now the Hill article that is evidence of that. James Baker testified. Here it is, ladies and gentlemen. Check that out. James Baker testified that he wanted to indict Clinton. When I said the indictments are imminent, so did James Baker. So did the top. He's the top FBI legal counsel. So the top FBI legal counsel agreed with me. And the top FBI legal counsel wanted Clinton indicted. Then he quote unquote, they couldn't prove. I like Dan Bongino. I think he's awesome. They couldn't prove that she intentionally. I mean, my God. And that was a lie from Baker also. Of course they could prove she intentionally. Of course they could prove she intentionally did it. James Baker, what he's trying to do is the same thing that McCabe is trying to do. Well, McCabe actually said, gee, you think there should have been a special counsel. If Andrew McCabe says there should have been a special counsel, if Andrew McCabe says that, thank you, Eric H526, thank you. If Andrew McCabe says there should have been a special counsel, what do you think he's doing? He's trying to throw Clinton not only under the bus, he's trying to say, look, go after Clinton. We tried and failed to cover up her crimes. There are too many crimes. We tried. There's too many crimes. The whole thing was a cover-up. Comey had to write the Comey letter. Comey had to write the Comey letter because the cover-up failed. She committed too many crimes. And, you know, there's too much. There's just too much deception, obstruction of justice, criminal behavior. There's just too much. There's just too much. So they went at you have Andrew McCabe saying, oh, just the other day, and actually in his book, I'm like, I don't want to buy his book, but I might have to for this channel. He's like, oh, what? There should be a special counsel. There should be a special counsel for numerous investigations regarding Clinton. But now James Baker stated, yeah, I thought that she should have been indicted. Really? Oh, yeah, but we couldn't. At the end of the day, James Comey talked me out of it. Well, why? Well, James Comey talked me out of it because we couldn't find intent. How do you unintentionally transfer top secret and special access program intelligence? How do you unintentionally transfer that? Of course there was intent. That's but even without intent, there's U.S. Code 793F and William Barr. Matthew Whitaker. The next day, wrote an article in USA Today saying, yeah, he would have charged Clinton. So there you go. And MSNBC is now asking, what's next for the Mueller probe? What's next for the Mueller? What's next is that it's over. The Mueller, look, if CNN and New York Times and all of them are saying that that the probe has ended, then the probe has ended. And the Mueller report, look, they're not just wrapping up the Mueller report. It's not like, like they're just finishing. Like I remember in college one time I spent it was 10 hours straight, just literally 10 hours straight writing a report for I think it was a philosophy class. 10 hours straight. And it's not like they're writing this report. They're not you don't have a team of people unlike, old inkjet printers. Let's see. This is a Wired article. 7 scenarios for how the Mueller probe might wrap up. Oh my God. Let's just see this. 1. Mueller. Okay, so hold on. Mueller sends the Attorney General simple declination letter that he related grand jury has charged all identified crimes and that there are no further cases to come. Okay, so Mueller there will be a declination regarding not indicting Trump. Actually, there might not even be because he's not really a target or a subject. Mueller compiles a detailed roadmap. Wow. Outlining worthy presidential high crimes and misdemeanors. Like what? And then they bring up Nixon. What could possibly have Trump done besides, fire Comey, which should have happened under President Obama? Mueller authors a detailed novelistic narrative. That's fine. The whole thing's been a horrible fantasy novel anyway. He offers both a final round of his indictments as well as a detailed report like in 2 or 3 above. Yeah. And he offers a report, but not the report. He offers a report, but not the report. Something more like a progress report than a single. That's awesome. The progress report could also announce that he's finished investigating the big question. But he intends to continue sorting through ancillary matters like Roger Stone's case. What? He closes up shop, but refers numerous active cases to other prosecutors. That could be the case, and then the DOJ would be like, nah, sorry, you've had 2 years of Democratic Party propaganda. No more. Mueller unseals one or more long-standing sealed indictments. Wow. Wow. There is another investigation into Trump, but in New York, but that has no merit at all. They're saying that, oh, well, his campaign, his inaugural campaign. Well, but that's not Trump. The Obama campaign was fined. Let's look at this. The Obama campaign fined in 2008. $375,000. Obama 2008 campaign fined $375,000. The fines are related to missing reports of nearly 1,300 last-minute donations, totaling nearly $1.9 million. In the 20-day period before an election, candidates are required to file notices. Okay, so there you go. Fined. It was the largest fine, I think. It was like the largest campaign fine ever. Obama fined big for hiding donors, keeping illegal donations. Wow. This is U.S. News and World Report. The FEC levied one of its largest fines ever against Obama's campaign committee. New documents show. This is 2013. But to Democrats and media, 2013, I mean, you might as well be talking about ancient history. I think that AOC and Jussie Smollett should run on a ticket. Just AOC Smollett 2020 and just call it a day for Democrats. AOC Smollett, call it a day. That's it. Then you have a Snopes election law violation. Obama 2008 versus Trump 2016. Oh my God. So Obama's civil FEC infractions, while they result in a large fine, are legally distinct from what Cohen pled guilty to. Yeah, exactly. What somebody who simply wanted a reduced sentence for his own crimes pled guilty to. Pleading guilty to something has nothing to do with whether or not another person committed an illegal act. You need evidence for that. There needs to be a Snopes and a fact check on Snopes and fact check. So, I mean, you spend 2 years and basically nothing. Now the Mueller probe is ending. Next week will be very interesting because the Mueller probe is already written. Look, ladies and gentlemen, the Mueller probe is already written, done. I mean, you think Mueller's like with like a cup of coffee? He's like, oh, I'm slaving away here. Nobody really knows how much work I'm doing. You think it's like 13 Democrats who love Hillary are spending like their days on old computers with like inkjet printers, and they're like, he doesn't have like little it's not like Santa Claus or like elves and like they're working. They already wrote the thing. They already wrote it. William Barr came in. There's a new Deputy Attorney General, Jeffrey Rosen. Okay. They're not stupid. They know what's going on. They know that, look, the existence of this was a travesty. The existence of this, they're probably going after James Comey. They are looking at James Comey leaking classified memos. This whole thing has been a circus. This entire thing has been a circus. You think they're writing the report now? They're not writing the report now. It's already written. They have nothing. And William Barr isn't even going to, and he's not going to show the actual report to anyone. He's not going to show to Congress. He's not going to show the report to Adam Schiff. He doesn't need to. William Barr, first of all, was already Attorney General. Jeff Sessions recused himself from humanity. Max deplorable. I wish I was AOC's vice. Wow, that is comedy gold right there. That is comedy gold. Wow, that's awesome. That is awesome. Yeah, so they know, they've already written the report. It's already there. Okay. And if there was anything about the president he's not going to get indicted because he didn't do anything. Clinton will eventually get indicted because she actually committed too many crimes. But if there was anything seriously, like, if there was any serious issue with Trump, then you're looking at the media kind of finding out, oh, gee, Irvin Clausen, thank you. Yeah, you're looking at CNN suddenly finding out. It's like, it wasn't just by accident with the whole Stone, morning raid. It wasn't just an accident. The media gets tipped off on a whole bunch of things. Okay. So the Mueller probe's already written. It's going to be given to the DOJ, not to Congress, not to Schiff, not to CNN, not to the media. And the DOJ will rewrite it and summarize it, and that's it. And Adam Schiff can say, we want the real copy, we want the actual, and then then Jeffrey Rosen can go testify before Congress, and William Barr can school them. See, William Barr has already been Attorney General. He knows all the rules, the regulations, the protocol. You're not going to one up. Like, Jeff Sessions knew nothing. That's why he was so easily duped. Or he was in on it from the beginning. But he was so easily duped. You spoke to Sergei Kislyak. You spoke to a Russian ambassador. Oh, my God. I did not speak to that Russian. But you know what? I'm going to recuse myself. And I'm going to hire Hot Rod. And he's going to just undermine Trump for 2 years. I'm Jeffrey Beauregard. 2 years. You're not going to get that with William Barr because William Barr's already been. He's already been an Attorney General, and he was an Attorney General when the Clintons' ascent to political power. An Attorney General who knows more about the DOJ than anyone in the media and anyone in the Democratic Party. Think about that for a second. You have an Attorney General who knows more about the Department of Justice than anyone in the media or anyone in the Democratic Party. So what are you going to do? How are you going to intimidate? What they did with Sessions is they intimidated him from the very beginning. They intimidated him from the very beginning. And they said, well, you know what? You're part of this whole, plot. We didn't know the extent of the cover up, the corruption, the foul play. We didn't know the extent in January of 2017. We still had Sally Yates as what, the acting attorney general? Was it Sally Yates? You still had the Obama DOJ. You really did. He is? Huh. I didn't know that about Sessions. Let's go ahead and, all right. Mueller probe. Justice Department preparing for Mueller report as early as next week. Nobody knows the DOJ better than William Barr. Nobody knows, and he is a political creature also. Because these people, look, it's not like the way you and I would communicate. Lupe Stella, hello. It's not the way you and I communicate in life. You don't go to your wife or to your husband, or to your boyfriend, to your girlfriend. You don't say, if I don't get the remote control, there's going to be serious repercussions. Or there could possibly be serious repercussions if I don't get that remote control. Furthermore, if I don't get the remote control, that points to possible alleged suspicion that you have a reason not to give me the remote. That is crazy talk. But that's the way these diplomats work. That's the way these politicians, that's the way. William Barr is not going to go in to the DOJ. A picture of me with long hair. If you look at my Federalist, there's a Federalist author page, and there's a Huffington Post author page. If you just look at the Federalist author page, type in H.A. Goodman Federalist, the picture they have is me with hair. So if you type in H.A. Goodman on Google, and that's like a picture of me a couple of years back with hair. Actually, many years back. But anyway, so the interesting thing here is they found nothing. They're not going to. This is actually the best thing possible for Trump, because now he gets to focus on the investigations he wants. Clinton eventually will get indicted, because even James Baker wanted people to wanted Clinton to get indicted. Even James Baker. So I mean, the top legal counsel they're going to investigate the FBI agents part of all of this. William Barr promised that. Thank you, Trailblazer TV. Thank you, ATV. William Barr promised that. And now they're not going to have the Mueller probe in the way. And the media, I'm telling you, the media initially will be like, oh, yeah, he's just doing this to go after his political rival. And then they will turn and they will say, you know what, maybe Clinton. Because right now the Democratic Party knows that Clinton is liability because she controls this, basically owned by two people. The Democrats are owned by two people. Right here, former FBI general counsel thought Hillary Clinton should be indicted, should be prosecuted. Pretty late in the email investigation, meaning they didn't even, well, considering that Comey wrote his exoneration letter before 17 witnesses, I don't really think they thought it through at the end. It was just like, well, we can't prove that she did it on purpose. But it doesn't matter. You don't have to prove anything. Just it's so obvious, the glee and the Schadenfreude and the just the happiness they have with Roger Stone and Manafort and meanwhile you have Clinton and they're like they want beyond the shadow of a doubt, beyond the shadow of a doubt. We have to. Oh my God, we need a letter stating I, Hillary Clinton, wanted to use a private servers to hide my Clinton Foundation information at the expense of the safety of Special Access Program intelligence and top secret intelligence of the United States of America. And I did so by asking Brian Pagliano to illegally transfer top secret and Special Access Program data onto my computer servers outside of the United States government that the NSA didn't even theoretically have access to. I did this all for my own personal gain. Signed, Hillary Clinton. By the way, I'm admitting to violating every statute in the Espionage Act deliberately and intentionally. Signed, Hillary Clinton. We didn't have that note, so we just didn't know. That's what they want. With Clinton scandals, they're like, we didn't have a note. We didn't have that note. With Trump, it's like, just connect the dots. Just connect the dots. What about connecting the dots with Clinton? No, you can't. There's no proof. With Trump, connect the dots. It's all right there. Connect the dots. Manafort, ostrich. Ostrich skin, Manafort. And it's like you don't, the media is obviously, and this is why they continue to report stories that eventually turn out to be bogus. And they continue to report these stories knowing that, I mean, they continue to report these stories and then eventually find out that, oh my God, none of it's true. Exactly. It rings true. It rings true. All these there's evidence of there's indirect evidence. It rings true. There's indirect evidence. And then people say like, oh, well, she'll never get indicted. No, she will. Clinton will, because she committed crimes. That's why she will. And not just that. Not just that. You have William Barr who will actually investigate, and people are already turning. They're already turning. They're already saying, oh, well, Andrew McCabe's even like, yeah, there should have been a special counsel. There you go. Really? Where were you? Where were you in 2016 when I was saying the indictments were imminent? Oh, James Baker also was saying that. Interesting. Interesting. I'm so glad I'm not on Twitter. I'm looking. I am so glad. I am so glad I'm not on Twitter. I am so glad. Twitter is just, oh my God, it's like the worst. War and peace. Thank you. Twitter is the worst. I mean, could you imagine, like, seriously, could you imagine how unhealthy Twitter will be in about 6 months, 7 months, when we get into like the beginning of like, revving up the engines for the primaries? I mean, the Democratic Party, who are they going to rally around? It's not going to be Bernie. It's not going to be Bernie. Bernie will raise money for the Democrats. Bernie's like the best Democratic Party fundraiser you could ever have. $200 million funneled. Mueller report expected to go to Justice Department within weeks. It's already written. Mueller report expected. So the new Attorney General William P. Barr is preparing for the special counsel to deliver a report in coming weeks on the results of the investigation. He is going to look. Do you think if Trump was in any legal jeopardy, it wouldn't have already been leaked? Number one. Michael Moore, MSM will flip. Exactly. He's a tool of, exactly. Michael Moore, yes. They will flip on Mueller. They'll say that at the end of the day, he was compromised. At the end of the day, this or that happened. At the end of the day, he just wasn't, he didn't put the country first because, God forbid, you actually just look at the evidence. I agree with you. I agree with you. I mean, there's not there really isn't anything like it's done. It is done for 2 years. For 2 years. We were told. Oh, now I love this. Now everyone is just, oh yeah, Bernie Sanders can win now. This is the time where like he has zero chance of winning. He's already been cheated. I love how like people, thank God Trump won. I'm voting for Trump in 2020. Trump's bringing home Americans from never-ending conflict. The economy is good. Peace between North and South Korea. Prison reform. We can do all those. We can just go. There are a great many victories for Trump. Okay. By the way, ladies and gentlemen, check out my Second Amendment channel as well. I have great stuff on the Second Amendment channel. Just HA Second Amendment. Check out that. Fully automatic firearms. I went to Vegas, approved ranges, and I'm working to build that channel up. And so thank you, Eric H526. Thank you. Bernie Sanders is not going to win. There's like a 1% chance he wins. And the people who hated him within the Democratic Party despise him now. They blame him and his supporters like H.A. Goodman for losing the election. So here, let's just look. What's Twitter saying about Bernie Sanders? This is hilarious. They're all going after him right now. Let's see. Oh, now he's a front runner. When I was saying he was a front runner, which he was, he would have won in a fair election. They're like, oh, you're just writing clickbait. It's like, no, I engaged in critical thinking. I stated that, and even Noam Chomsky agreed. Like, Noam Chomsky said, yeah, the party bosses, he would have won in a fair primary. This is hilarious. This is one pundit, like Democratic Party pundit. Bernie Sanders is running for president again. From the bottom of my heart, I asked Clinton and Sanders supporters to avoid replaying 2016. I know it's hard to let go of the mutual animosity. What? Only one person was cheated. But if we intend to defeat the radical right, we must join forces. Yeah. Yeah, that means they cheated Bernie Sanders. Hello. It wasn't, and then they lost. I've spent the past year building bridges. There's a lot of distrust and anger. Yeah, one person was cheated. The Russians were said to have hacked the DNC to inform the public that Bernie Sanders was cheated. That's exactly what we've heard for 2 years. And then there's never Bernie. That's on the left. Oh my God. What a mess. April Connolly. If Mueller hasn't found Trump-Russia collusion by now, he just needs a couple more years. Exactly. Exactly. He just needs a couple more years. How about 30? Just 30 more years. There'll be like, different administrations, Democrat, Republican, just, All right, John, you asked me to do it. I will. Okay. I can't believe I'm the one getting the animosity and I was the one cheated. This is unbelievable. With friends like these, who needs enemies? My good God. Oh, I should be more conciliatory. It's me who should be conciliatory. What more do you want me to do? I'm giving you all my money after the election. You're going to cheat me again, no doubt. And you'll take all the money people give to me. And there you go. $6 million. I raised $6 million. Money, honey. Who does that? Only me. And at the end of the day, when Deborah Wasserman and her beautiful, sensual, frizzy hair makes sure that the primary goes to either Biden or Kamala or Corey or anyone not named Bernie Sanders, you can rest assured that the nominee will not be a guy named Sanders. Why? Because Beto O'Rourke, or as I call him, Drunko, took everything I worked for and put it into a nickname. Is Beto O'Rourke running? What happened to Beto 2020? Beto 2020. What happened? I accidentally put Beto 3030. That's hilarious. Beto 2020. Beto O'Rourke keeps suspense with days until, oh my God, please run. Oh my God, please run. Oh, please, Beto O'Rourke, please. Please run, please. Beto O'Rourke keeps up suspense with days until. Don't tell me that Beto O'Rourke is running. I'm letting you know right now. I'm letting you know right now. If Beto O'Rourke runs, I'm leaving. I'm just going to move off to Scandinavia and tell those countries they're really socialist, even though one of the presidents said to stop using my country. I think it was Denmark. Or which one? Stop using my country. We are not a socialist country. Trying to diss me. You diss me, you diss yourself. Denmark to American leftists, we're not socialist. What do you know? You're only the leader of Denmark. Oh. Hold on. The Danish leader tried to one-up me. I'll show him. Okay, let's see. And I can't tell you how proud I am of my protege, AO to the C. I was worried for a second. Duchess Nancy Ann, thank you. Duchess Nancy Ann, thank you. I didn't see your super chat. Thank you. Thank you. I am so incredibly happy that AO to the C. I was worried that there would be 107,000 direct and indirect jobs. And all the economic activity, the $180 plus billion in gross state product for the state of New York. Thank goodness it didn't happen. All right. Oh my God! When Beto O'Rourke starts running, he'll be the Bernie Sanders, whatever movement it's become, is now fractured into. Even Kamala Harris is now has taken Bernie's platform. So what did they do? Oh, The Nation. So now The Nation it writes articles that I used to write. Fantastic. Bernie Sanders is running, and America might be ready to elect a Democratic Socialist. I was the one saying Bernie was going to win in 2006, in 16 and 15, and he would have. Thank God Trump won. But the states that never voted Republican would have voted Democrat, because at that point in time, America was looking for a populist message. If the Democratic Party rallied around Bernie, if it was just a normal election year where there weren't, they didn't cheat Bernie Sanders, but thank God Trump won. Thank you. Sailing Florida, thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so very much. To my super chat, thank you. Let's look here. What's going on? What's going on? There's so much. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you. It's done. Mueller probe's done. They found no legal statutes, no nothing. And the report is done. Give me your thoughts. Thank you so very much. To my super chat, thank you so much. Have a great day, everyone. Amy in Connecticut, thank you. And have a great day, everyone. Thanks so much. I'll be back numerous times today. Thank you.